Now you're good.
Oh, I thought you were just doing a silent one.
Yeah, I had to mute you guys for a second. I'm sorry. All right, you're good now.
Okay, Vandals, welcome back to another night of Rocket League.
I'm Amelia.
And I'm Autumn. And tonight we're having our JV1 team go against New Mexico State University.
Yay! I remember the last time we played them. It was our varsity team going against them, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Very impressive matchup. Unfortunately, it ended with New Mexico winning, but technically, technically,
on paper, we won
because they were not able to check in properly. But you know what? That was last season.
Mm-hmm.
This is a new season, and we can take the win properly this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So last season, our JV1 team won 4 games to 3 losses. 4 wins, 3 losses. So it's not bad.
4 wins, 3 losses?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, officially throughout the season. Okay,
yeah,
that's
officially
what
throughout the season, that's what we got. And that was pretty good. Honestly, for like a pretty new team, pretty new people, it went pretty well. New Mexico, on the other hand, they won 3 games, 4 losses overall.
And
so,
it probably would have been the reverse.
Yeah, it would have been the reverse in that situation, or if not the silly issue we had. But this time, we seem to be pretty evenly matched, I would say, personally. But we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, I am actually so excited. I love casting Rocket League.
No, it's always a blast.
I have to get ready. I get to get my vocal cords ready for what I'm about to do. I'm going to feel like an auctioneer.
I get your insults ready as well.
That's for sure. And I do believe we already have the lineups ready.
Yeah.
We have Carter Daniel, Chill, and Toast going up on our team, and on the opposing side, it will be... Actually, didn't they have 4 players up there? So
Yeah,
their
there
full
were
team
4.
was showing, so
Yeah.
we don't know.
We don't actually know. Aw, stream chat. I think that person's on our team, right? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recognize username.
I do recognize that username.
I love that.
So shout out to Top Dog from the chat. Yeah, it's great to see engagement from chat. I love that.
Speaking of engagement, didn't we have something cool happen recently?
Oh?
Yeah,
we did. Fun. We just found that on our Twitch, we have 300 followers now. So thank you guys.
300.
Yay!
Bro, I remember being here for like 200.
I remember us first reaching 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I've been here a while.
Crazy.
Each leap that we do, I just get so excited. I hope we celebrate a little bit.
No, we'll do something
you know
fun.
What?
Yeah.
I know how we can celebrate.
How?
Winning this series.
Exactly.
That is the best way to
Facts.
celebrate.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like we got some... Okay, I recognize Assassin's Skull from last time.
Chill, Toaster. I love the cars.
Yeah.
Loving that. Okay, and here we have Zach and Carter meeting in the middle, going to advantage for New Mexico, pushing towards the Vandal goal. It is open. However, Carter Daniel was able to respawn. We're bouncing over to the New Mexico State side. Oh, that was really close, but Zach was able to run it across the New Mexico State goal. I need to find a different... what's their mascot again?
They are, the Aggies.
The Aggies?
Yeah.
Okay, and while we were keeping control and possession of the ball in the Aggies' court, we were able to get that first point. Look at that. Nice shot with an assist by Carter Daniel. Here we are back at the start again. And center meets by Assassin and Chill, going in favor of the Vandals, but Zach is quickly reaching for the ball. Carter tried to get possession, however, it just did not work out for him. Assassin takes control of the ball. Chill tries to steal, however, it just rolls back into Vandal territory. Assassin moves towards the goal, but Carter and Toaster are defending with ferocity. Here's Chill going for the ball again, but unfortunately Zach was able to angle it properly with assist from Evil and make that first goal for the Aggies.
Yeah, no, Chill was just kind of left there by themselves to guard that goal there. Even though Toaster came in, it was a bit too late.
Yeah. And you win some, you lose some.
Exactly.
As long as we keep up this aggression, I think we'll have this in the bag.
100%.
Here we have a relatively even kickoff going in favor of the Vandals as we enter into the Aggies territory. Assassin goes for the ball. He's able to avoid Toaster, but he loses control, only to retake it. Chill is at the goal with that save. He follows through. We love that, but Zach is able to steal, moving back towards the goal, but Toaster and Chill push into Aggie territory. However, Evil and Assassin are there as defense. A little conflict in the corner. Now we're moving back into Vandal territory with Assassin encountering Carter. It moves to center. Toaster acts as defense, and Assassin assists Evil in a second goal. It is now 1-2.
Dang. Come on, Vandals. You know, get warmed up.
Yeah,
You know, it's fine. We're still in a good place. 3 minutes on the clock.
honestly, it's pretty close. We're
Yeah.
being very aggressive, and they're matching that energy. So it's really just about who loses, who leaves an opening first.
Exactly.
Off the kickoff in favor of the Aggies. However, Carter did try to push forward, only for Evil to take control of the ball in center field. It's now bouncing back and forth between them. Zach tries to angle towards the ground, but Carter and Toaster are at the goal, along with Chill meeting up as defense. Now moving forward, we see Carter and Toaster picking up pennies, trying to get some advantage with ball control. We were able to move into Aggies territory, but with too much bounce in the dribbling, Assassin was able to steal, passing up to Zach. Now back into Vandal territory. Carter steals and is moving more swiftly towards Aggies. Evil steals it, and we're back into Vandal territory. Chill takes it back. Now we're driving back, I guess, but unfortunately, Chill was not following through fast enough, and Evil is able to bounce it up to Assassin in the Vandal field. Here we have Toaster acting as great defense alongside his fellow Vandals, but Zach is able to get a bounced shot in. Darn it.
Yeah, darn. No, but I will say that something this team has improved on a bit is not letting the ball stay in Vandal territory for too long. It's been pretty back and forth, so I gotta respect that.
Yes, I love seeing more aggression. The kickoff is an advantage for the Aggies. Oh, unfortunately, Chill misses that block, but you know what? It does not go into the goal because of a slight angling issue. Evil Pikachu... Nope, not even going to try. Evil tries to get back in the ball, but Assassin is able to recover, pushing back into Vandal territory. Carter, I keep wanting to say control. Carter is fighting over possession with Assassin, going back and forth over the midfield line. Zach in Aggies fighting with Chill. Toaster taking control from there, but misses that shot. It is 1-3. We need another point to at least start evening out the game. Here we have some air movement. We need a little bit more aggressiveness, just a little bit more. Here we have Toaster chasing after Zach, trying to get the ball. We're in Vandal territory once again. Chill was able to steal, but Assassin is right there. He might be a threat. Oh, Carter was able to fly.
Good job.
There we go. Good job, Carter. We see he's able to just fly over defense, and Zach is only able to assist in making that goal for us. It is now 2-3 in favor of the Aggies, and here we are back at kickoff. Assassin and Chill meet in the center, making giving the ball no momentum. Zach takes advantage and pushes forward into Vandal territory. We're stuck in the corner there, but Chill takes control, passes up to Carter. Carter follows the ball, but he's not able to keep it as Evil gets it mid-air, now moving back towards Vandal territory. However, he has 2 Vandals on that corner waiting for him. Nice save by Carter. Chill is pushing up. Nice air dribbling there. Maybe we'll get another goal, but unfortunately Evil is able to block and redirect the ball going off the side, but Toaster is there to meet him. Stops full momentum by Evil. Zach is fighting around with, and Carter tries to get that goal, but he has Evil and Assassin at the goal. Assassin's now pushing forward, but he only passes up to midfield for Toaster to grab it. Passing between him and Carter. They get to the corner once again, but they're not able to make the goal just yet. Posts up top. Carter goes for a rebound as well as Toaster, but he misses the ball just a little bit. Zach tries to fight Toaster for the ball. Now we're in the air, heading towards the Vandal territory. Oh, post up top. Nice defense by the Vandals. Another shot by Assassin. Now we're moving back towards Aggie territory, but we're met midfield by Evil. Toaster blocks, tries to redirect the ball. Here we go, passing by one Aggie, but not the second one, unfortunately. And that is the first win in the series for New Mexico.
That was very good gameplay from the Vandals in the last 30 seconds there. That was wonderful, like really just putting the pressure on New Mexico. That's what we want to see more of. If
that
they
was
can
great,
get back
actually.
in that groove, then I think we can start doing some stuff, you know? Look at how many
we got in total for the team, we had 8 saves, which is great.
Nice.
Because that means they really only got 3 of their 15 shots. They made 15 shots.
Dang.
I think that really helped them out. The more shots you make, the more likely you're going to make some.
No, 100%. 100%.
Sorry, the more shots you try, the more likely you're going to make them.
I understood your intent.
Thank you, but I bothered myself with my grammatical issues.
You're good.
Fluency.
Respect to those in chat right now. We love seeing support for our Vandals when they go back, the team go back and like watches the VODs and stuff.
They see that.
They see that, right?
And it's great.
It's great for them.
Here we are in second game. Oh, can someone press spectate?
We'd love
Thank
to see
you.
it.
And 5 seconds into the game, we are in Vandal territory. Assassin is in the corner. Evil Pikachu takes the ball from him, tries to move towards center, but you know what? He has 3 Vandals on him. Zach goes for the shot up front. There's no Vandals at the goal, but he's not able to get enough momentum or good angling to get into the goal. Now Toaster's moving up, but he is countered by all 3 of the Aggies. Zach's able to take the possession. He meets Toaster in the middle. Carter blocks him, deflecting the ball to the side. Carter now pushes forward, but Assassin steals it, launching it into the sidewall. Chill is able to take control in air and is fighting over the ball with Assassin, I believe. And Chill and Carter are right there supporting each other into the Aggies field, but Evil is able to take back control of the ball. He passes one, Vandal passes second, and it just rolls right into the goal, making this 0-1.
Yeah, no, I was looking at some stats, and Evil Pikachu is a very strong player in general. I think that's clear by the way they've been playing tonight. So Vandal's got to be a bit more careful around the goal. You know, they can't rely on them to miss shots like that.
They really, really can't. We need to take more control of the ball. There's Chill giving the advantage to the Vandals in the kickoff, but you know what? There's no follow-through, so Evil takes that, bounces it off the wall for Assassin to grab. Carter tries to make a push forward, but it's blocked. Zach takes over from there, meets Chill. The ball is free at this point. Toaster tries to take it, but Assassin's there as well. We do have defense working in the Vandal goal. Evil tries to make it, but it posts up top, bounces off the top, and unfortunately, Zach is able to make that goal. Just a little bit of the right angling there.
That's gotta be rough for Vandals there. They were all so close to.
I know,
Yeah.
just a little bit of timing. Back into countdown, it is 0-2. Assassin takes full control of the ball. It just rolls right in.
Wow.
That was
Oh.
painful. That was
I have
painful.
nothing kind to say there, so I'm not gonna say anything at all.
I mean, you could take over being mean for me.
No. We have a good cop, bad cop thing going on. I think we should.
That was kind of pathetic, though.
Yeah.
Okay, I love our Vandals. Toaster once again misses the first kickoff. It was in the Aggie advantage. However, we were able to quickly push back on that. But Evil is just great on that air maneuvering and redirects the ball back to Vandal side. That's impressive work there. We are in the corner on the Vandals. Zach bounces off the side, tries to get it to center, but you know it didn't work out because there were no other Aggies there. We are back into Aggie territory. We have 2 of our Vandals trying to get it, but you know what? Zach has full control of the ball right now, but it's lowering. Assassin makes a launch forward. Chill defends swiftly. There we are back in Aggie territory, bouncing off the side. Carter gives it to Chill. Chill only is able to bring it back to the sidelines because of the strict defense that they have. Now the ball is moving back towards Vandal territory, but there's so much distance. Oh, no, Evil closes that real fast. They've been picking up pennies so much. Honestly, I don't know how they have the time with all the offensive plays they're making. But they do, apparently. Here we are back in Ag territory, so close to that goal, but it's post on the side, moving back towards Vandal, but Carter is not letting it happen. Just past the midfield, he encounters Evil, and with assistance from Toaster, they're stopping any movement towards the center. That is great planning because a center is the best shot someone could make in soccer.
100%.
Here's Zach trying to move towards the center. Evil misses just a little bit by that angle. A little too close for comfort. Assassin tries to go in again, but Toaster makes that defense bounce. Zach bounces it back from midfield. Assassin is in the corner, ready, but Toaster once again with backup from Carter is not letting them get close to the goal. We're just bouncing around a little too close to the Vandal goal for my liking. Assassin bounces it up into the ceiling. Not much movement made there. I think he was just trying to gather time, but you know what? Time's dangerous. Here's another posted shot from the Aggies. Evil is going straight down the center. There's no momentum in the ball at the moment, and Toaster takes advantage. He is moving swiftly to the Aggie territory off to the side. Now Carter is moving center, but Zach steals. Chill does not let it happen for long. He's moving it back. It's crossing the midfield line, but you know what? Passing back is just as effective as passing forward and sometimes more necessary.
Really?
And we are back in Aggie territory with Chill and Carter being definite tag team material. There we go. Unfortunately, Zach is able to steal, and Chill demolished Zach in an effort to get the ball. It was successful. Carter is now moving forward with the ball, but Zach steals once again. Toaster steals from Zach in turn. Evil is there, bouncing off the wall. It gets the ball to Carter. Carter takes advantage once again. Now we're moving back into Aggie territory. Zach stops at midfield. Now moving to the sidelines. Toaster steals from there. We're moving up Aggie sidelines. Assassin takes control, and Evil unfortunately launches it backwards, probably not intentionally, but Chill is now following the ball with Carter, trying to turn it around. Toaster and Carter are able to pass it up forward. Chill follows, but unfortunately Zach gets there first. Toaster meets the ball in air with Carter. Another shot made.
Oh!
And unfortunately that gets in, and it is 4-0 with only 8 seconds left.
That's gotta hurt for the Vandals there. No, we have...
This is a complete shift. I think,
Yeah.
you know what I think what happened?
What?
The first game was New Mexico feeling us out.
Oh, ooh.
Here we are at kickoff in Aggie's favor, but Chill is the one to follow through. He goes straight for the center, but unfortunately, because he was air dribbling, Zach was able to predict trajectory. Carter prevents Zach from getting a straightforward goal. That's great. We don't like those. And that is the end of the game. I don't think they tried very hard in that last play.
Yeah, no.
Tactician by Assassin. You know what? He did have some nice plays.
No, yeah. So that's gotta hurt for the Vandals there. It looks like they're subbing somebody in though.
I thought I saw that, yeah.
But overall, we gotta work on that. Gotta work on being more aggressive there. Like it's clear we have the potential to do it,
and we are more aggressive than we have been.
Yeah.
I will give that to our Vandals. We're more aggressive than we have been, but to compete at this level, we need more.
Yeah, no, they just gotta like work on really tighten up control of the ball there, because there were a few times where it was like, yeah, we had it, but like there was nothing really happening. You know, but
A few times it was in air and no one was chasing after it. A few times we should have followed a pass or a shot forward. Even if you think you're gonna get it in the goal, you have to follow the ball, because these are supercars that can boost. Like your opponent can come out of nowhere, and now we have Evil, Zach, Carter, Top Dog is the one subbed in. I guess we'll see. Kickoff is in favor of the Aggies, but Carter meets Evil and Assassin. Is he able to keep the ball? Oh, he is not, but you know what? Top Dog is there as support. Launches it forward, but Zach meets it in air. Carter blocks the ball, redirecting it once again. We need to push forward here if we want any progress. Here we go. Top Dog tries to go forward, but Evil is at midfield. Chill prevents a shot for the goal. Evil once again makes another pass forward to Assassin. Assassin makes a shot, gets posted, rolls off to the side. Zach tries to take control of the ball from there, but it moves towards midfield, bounces back into Vandal territory. Zach tries to turn it around, getting it to Vandals, moving it towards the other side for Evil to take it up, and meets Chill. He's not, Evil is not able to turn around fast enough to get to the ball, but you know what? Assassin is there to help him.
Oh.
And unfortunately, that means that he had the perfect angle to just run up the side into the goal.
Yeah, no, that was a really good shot there. And
we just weren't
yeah,
fast enough.
Fast enough. It happens. It happens.
It does. Here we are at kickoff once again. And Evil and Top Dog meet in the center. Slight advantage for the Vandals. There is slight follow through, but Carter was more focused on picking up the boost, which, I mean, there is benefit to that than getting the ball. We have control of the ball now, moving into Aggie territory. Evil prevents any potential shot going towards the goal. We are in corner of Aggie field. Zach turns the ball around, but you know what? Chill steals it, tries to roll it around the corner, but Evil, oh wow, look at that ball control. Just rolling the ball up, but unfortunately it gets, oh actually no, fortunately for us it gets stolen, but Assassin takes control from there. Carter launches the ball. Air control goes to Aggies. Aggies move, but are countered by the Vandals. Carter meets midfield. Oh my gosh, that was such a close goal. Good job, Carter. You know what? Keep pushing like that. We might get that goal. We're still in Aggie territory. Chill takes control of the ball, but he's not fast enough with it as the Aggies steal it and run it straight for the Vandals.
That's gotta be rough. We were doing real well there too. Gotta say, Vandals really trying to get that push in, trying to get in there, but that just kind of left our goal wide open. We're not really prepared to do defense there yet.
Chat's being real supportive right now of the Vandals, and we love to see it. That's right, our Vandals can do this. All is not lost. Top Dog meets in the center, but the advantage goes towards the Aggies. But it looks like we are able to get the ball back into Aggie territory, only for their defense to move it back to Vandals. Here we have Chill following up the ball, only for it to get countered by Assassin. He launches it to the center of Vandal goal, but it posts up top. Assassin tries to get it lower for more control for Evil to take it, but Top Dog and Chill are able to act as great defense. Here we have Chill moving it forward with Top Dog acting as support, probably moving towards the center. There we have it. Oh, post! But you know what? Top Dog is there with Chill and Carter all trying to get it into the goal. We're still in Aggie territory. There's a chance. Oh, Chill takes away that steal.
Nice!
And Carter gets it to center and gets that goal.
Like we said earlier, just like really putting that pressure on them right by their goal and just be able to slip right in and just make the goal there. Good job, Carter.
That's right. That is an amazing play. I hope to see it again.
Yeah, thank you, Chet.
Here we have Carter taking the ball from Assassin right off the kickoff. We are in Aggie territory. Their corner. Zach takes it from there. Just zooming off straight to center. But you know what? Chill steals it. Assassin bounces it from Chill. And it's in air. Top Dog takes it, moves it to the sideline, but is not able to keep control. Assassin takes it from him, but you know what? Carter is not letting a forward push to center go, and they're back into the ball is back into Aggie territory. It is real close to their goal, but Assassin is acting as a great goalie. Chill and Top Dog are off that sideline and trying to get center, gets to center, but you know what? They're not the Aggies aren't letting it stay there. Moving it back towards Vandal territory sidelines. Here we have it moving around the center, posting up top. Moving back to the midfield, Zach is trying to get control, but you know what? There's not a lot of control here, not actual possession anywhere. It's just bouncing around and everybody's just trying to get the passes in. Back into Vandal territory, Assassin's trying to slow the momentum of the ball, trying not to post up top again, but Zach just keeps pushing it. Top Dog is moving it. Oh, look at that air dribbling, man. But it does move back to Vandal territory, and Top Dog makes it there before Assassin's able to. Running it up the Aggie sideline. He has two defenders against him, but it posts so close to the goal line. But you know what? Carter does not let it fail there. He moves it up the sideline. Top Dog makes it in air, centering it. Carter's right there at the spot that the Aggies were centering it to the ground. Assassin moves it towards Vandal goal, but it posts again, bounces for the perfect shot. You know, I guess there is advantage for hitting the top because it bounces back to you lower, and you're able to make that straight shot like we just saw with Assassin.
I definitely saw that. That was a really good taking advantage of. Well, might have been a little mistake, but.
And that is 3-1 now. We are back at kickoff. Chill and Zach me in the center, but you know what? Zach takes full control of that ball, but it does not go straight into the goal. I bet he wanted to. That would have been fairly cool, just not for us.
Yeah.
I would have casted that, but I was like waiting in anticipation to see if Zach actually scored that point. Look at that.
No, I was like, oh.
A bounce off with a direct from Zach leads straight into the goal, and our defenders are not fast enough to get it. That's unfortunate. 1-4, back to kickoff. Top Dog and Evil meet in the center. The ball goes flying, spikes up and down. Here we have Carter trying to get control of the ball. Chill meets it in air, getting it to the ground, but Zach takes it and moves it to the sideline. Top is on that side and moves very swiftly to the other side to meet the ball, but is moving back towards Vandal Arena. And Zach meets it in air, not getting the control that he needs, really, just kind of following it as it bounces. But you know, that's a very heavy ball, and it will demolish you.
Yeah.
So, reasonable. But the game ends in favor of New Mexico, making this a 3-0 win series for them. Sorry, 0-3.
0-3. That was honestly very good plays from the Vandals there sometimes. Yeah. It's got to be rough to lose, like, your first game, you know, of the season. But, like, there's always room to grow. There's always room to get better.
And honestly, New Mexico is a really good
100%.
Really good school to compete against.
No, I'm pretty sure their captain is on their, like, this team, like, their version of varsity. I don't know. They do everything with colors. Their white team, I think, is their... Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, unfortunately we lost. But it's all right. We can learn from this. We did see some real improvement on aggressiveness and movement, lots of movement. I saw, I don't know if you guys remember me pointing it out, Top Dog's air control.
Yeah.
That was insane.
100%.
We love that.
That was so cool. Like, Top Dog.
I mean, his username says it all.
Real. Let's do a quick game review here. Just easier for people watching. So New Mexico in the game 1 were 3-2. New Mexico 3, us 2. Game 2, New Mexico had 4. We had 0. And then game 3, New Mexico had 4, and we got 1. Overall, though, I think this is pretty reflective of how the games went because we weren't getting absolutely, like, destroyed. There were moments where we just, like, you know, a little bit of an issue, but
the second game was a little rough.
Second game was rough, but, like, overall...
We fought hard.
We fought hard. Yeah, I can't wait to see how we do against other teams.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me if New Mexico got pretty high in the rankings.
Yeah, 100%. Agreed. Oh, gosh.
I guess we had issues with the titling of the video when the starting stream, but that's okay.
Happens to the best of us.
Oops.
No. But we should be wrapping up.
At least for this section.
Yeah.
Because we do have CS after this. Make sure you stick around for that. That's a lot of fun.
It's always fun to watch. Got some great casters, too, for that. So.
Yeah. We will not be here for CS, but we will... we will be hoping to see you in chat.
Yeah. Maybe we'll be in chat, too. Yeah.
We know.
So stay...
Yes, make sure you come
out.
back for CS. Oh,
yes.
Maybe we have a different event before CS.
I mean, we have events that we could talk about.
Oh yes, like
such as Beak Bonk.
Yes, Beak Bonk. I think. Oh, moving to JV2.
Oh wait. Oh, that's kind of fun. Yippee!
Okay, so we have another Rocket League game.
Rocket League, just with a different team this time. Okay, I see you. And
I have not seen much of our JV2 team.
Yeah.
So this is going to be interesting.
No, 100%. These are, like we said, we really opened up the like opportunities for people to play this semester.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
we got some people in you might not have seen before, you know, and yeah.
Yes. So please stick around. We're not going into a break.
Yeah. Never mind. we're trapped here.
Oh.
Anyways, so they're currently tied.
Is that New Mexico? Or is it the two JVs that are tied for having a game each?
Oh, I think it's
Oh, they're tied right now.
tied right now. Yeah. Cool. Okay. We recognize some of these people.
Yes, Lucky Luke,
Lucky
Plump
Luke?
Unicorn, and Drawfig is our team. And is that 10 points?
Whoa! Wait.
That is 10 to 0.
What?
That says 10 to
10 to 0?
10 points in Rocket League is insane. Okay, I don't think you understand.
No.
Okay. That's like saying 10 points in soccer. That's no. There's a reason there's only like 3 points made in a game, maybe 4 if they're really good. This is, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm so excited right now.
No,
I
me
don't know
too.
what school we're going up against. I do not know anything that's happening, but Lucky Luke meets Hype in the kickoff. No one follows up. What? Okay. But RCF does take advantage of that open space, passes to Challenger, who tries to rotate the ball for some reason. But Lucky Luke takes control there, pushes forward really hard into blue territory. Lucky moves up. Here we have a post. We are still in blue arena. Drawfig is alone up there. I guess we're dropping back to get some boosts. Here we have moving past the midfield back into blue territory. I'm liking this. We're keeping up the aggressiveness as much as possible. Here's Lucky Luke moving to center. Oh, but unfortunately the pass misses and we head to the orange side. Plump Unicorn gets to the ball but misses just barely on trying to get that dribble. Moving back into blue territory, Plump tries to center, but Hype is just stealing it and moving into what was that? You had the momentum, Hype.
Ooh.
You had a completely open goal and you just stopped. Okay.
It happens to the best of us.
No.
I'm kidding.
No. We are back into blue territory because apparently Hype didn't want to make a goal. All right.
Yeah.
Moving into orange territory, Hype makes another run up the sideline and gets defended because the Vandals are actually there this time. It almost makes me think that if there's not a defender there, I should make a shot.
Yeah.
And this is Austin State University, the Lumberjacks. Wow, the Lumberjacks.
The Lumberjacks are not.
Oh, Lucky Luke.
Nice, Lucky Luke.
It was practically dribbled up by a Lumberjack. And then Lucky Luke was just like, oh, into the goal. Look at that. Look at that.
At that. Good job.
Thank you,
Vandals.
Challenger. Thank you. I feel really mean right now, but you know, that
We need
that
when we
almost
get a
goal.
win. When we get a win, guys, that's pretty good.
Oh, no, that wasn't it. What irritated me was what Hype did.
Yeah.
Taking control from midfield, just rotating the ball around, I guess, without momentum. Lucky Luke makes a second point.
Okay. Well, I always knew Lucky Luke had a lot of potential.
Oh, yeah, Lucky Luke is a great player.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, he literally stopped the ball in midfield, turned the ball around with slow driving, literally just adjusted it, and no one went after him.
Nope.
Okay, back into kickoff. No one gets the advantage. Plump waits for a second before following through, launching the ball in air, but not a lot of control. Bounces back past Drawfig because he's not able to get that hit. There we have Lucky Luke supporting. Nice flip by Hype, though, trying to stop the momentum of the ball. We're passing through midfield, getting back into Vandal territory. Ooh, move my mic a little bit. Okay. And another failed play by the Lumberjacks. We move into Vandal territory. A demolish by Plump almost allows us into center field. However, Challenger is able to move us back to the sidelines. Tries to fight with, I believe, Drawfig, and loses that battle. However, we were not able to make that point, and we are moving back into Vandal territory. Challenger pushes the ball forward to Hype, but Hype misses it as the Vandals take that pass. Plump follows the ball as the only person on that offensive side, right next to Lucky Luke, and it bounces into the goal.
Oh. I feel bad. The Lumberjacks, it's clear that they have some sort of like, they have skill on their team.
Yeah.
Obviously, they just gotta like work on.
I feel like they're not meshing well.
No,
like,
I was gonna say that. I feel like as a team together, they're not really. And that could be hard going from like playing casually to like an actual like competitive sphere.
a little bit more communication would do them a lot of good. But now we are into the Lumberjack territory. And our Vandals are pushing forward pretty hard, but Challenger is able to take possession of the ball, only to lose it to Plump and Lucky as they move back into Lumberjack territory. Here we have on the sidelines, RCF trying to push it back, passes by one Vandal, but not the second. We push back towards the Vandal goal. We are centered, and we make that second goal. Good job, Plump Unicorn.
Unicorn.
That is 4-0. You know, I almost didn't believe it when I saw the 10-0. I was just like, that was a
There's
glitch.
a glitch.
That is a glitch.
Yeah,
Nope. Here we are back at kickoff. And Hype passes by Drawfig on the kickoff, goes to the sidelines, and Plump takes it from him, trying to move it up, but Challenger posts up top. Oh, that was so close. Bet that didn't feel good. Lucky Luke is pulling up the sidelines, heading straight for... Oh my gosh.
Oh,
that
dang.
was so close. Pulling up to the center of the Lumberjack territory. Drawfig is trying to keep the ball from turning around, but RCF takes that space to the advantage of the Lumberjacks. Unfortunately for them, we had Vandals waiting at the midfield, and we were pushing back up the sidelines, moving towards the center, and we have Unicorn and Drawfig trying to get to that center. Okay, I can't see anything. That's great. Now we can. Yay! Plump is the only one at... Okay, never mind. No longer the only one. We are in still Lumberjack territory. Lucky has the ball in front of him, moving towards center once again, but there is a Lumberjack in defense. Hype is doing a great job on defense right now. RCF flips forward, getting a lot of momentum into the ball, heading towards the Vandal goal. Unfortunately for them, Lucky Luke was at the defense of our goal. We love that. Lucky Luke with the dribbling.
Hey, I see you.
Okay.
That was some nice dribbling there. Like, Luke, nice.
Look at that. Oh,
just
that was smooth.
Strolled right into the goal there.
Literally carried it. Good job, Lucky. That was great.
Nice.
I believe it is 1-2 now, series-wise. 5-0.
Yeah.
That is 6 shots by Lucky, 3 from Plump, and I noticed Drawfig was taking more of a support role, which is actually pretty good because, I mean, because there's only 3 players, all 3 could take offensive positions and it'd be fine.
Yeah.
So long as they worked together and made regular passes. But having a support, someone who can drop down faster than the others, is really good for defense.
100%. 100%.
So I get why Drawfig doesn't have any shots because he was mostly support there.
Yeah, no, we like in a game where you don't really like.
You don't have like 9 positions like soccer.
Yeah, like it's kind of important to be the one person like fill in that role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I have complained about this time and time again. Rocket League does not record all of the saves. They have specific requirements for shots and saves.
Yep.
And so not all of them were recorded, but we were able to see Drawfig and Lucky Luke with those saves time and time again.
Exactly.
And it looks like we're not having any subs in. It's going to be Plump Unicorn, Challenger, Drawfig, Lucky Luke, Hype, and RCF. We get the advantage in the kickoff, moving almost straight to center field of Lumberjack territory. Hype moves it back, and Challenger gets the ball from there, but you know what? He passes to the center where Lucky Luke is. Oh, but Lucky Luke didn't have any support, and Challenger tried to get the ball from there, but you know what?
Nice.
Unicorn was right there at
Right
midfield,
there.
was
Nice
able
corner.
to get that bounce off, which created momentum. Almost flip straight into the goal because there was no defense.
Dang.
Beautiful.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 3 meeting into the center, but Hype getting that advantage. Oh, Plump tried to take control of the ball, but not able to. We passes by the goal going up the other sideline. RCF tries to get the ball, but it just keeps bouncing around from sideline to sideline. Lucky Luke follows it up, going to the Lumberjack territory. He has 2 Lumberjack as defenders here with only 1 support. Now Drawfig is coming up the other sideline with the ball, and we are heading towards the center. If RCF didn't send the ball flying into the air, I guess, without any control, Drawfig bounces it up to the other sideline. Plump tries to go for the ball midair, but unfortunately misses. There's Drawfig once again, moving it up the sideline. A nice control, but he has three of them, the Lumberjacks on him. Plump Unicorn tries to get the ball out, trying to keep it in the Lumberjack territory, but the ball moves to the Vandals, only for Lucky Luke to bounce it out, for it to be bounced back in again. Look at that. It's in air. Lucky Luke sends it to the midfield, but it's blocked by Challenger. RCF throws it further up the sideline. RCF tries to get in the right position to get it to the goal, but the Vandals are not letting up on their defense here. We need a little bit more aggression here. We need to see that aggression we've been seeing this entire time. There we go, Lucky. Come on, push forward a little bit more. You have Drawfig and Plump Unicorn right behind you. You can pass by their defense. You're fine.
Yeah, we established you can do that.
Hype and RCF are putting up a pretty solid defense. RCF tries to get control of the ball, but you know what? Just not working out for him. Hype is able to push it further up to the Vandal sideline, and Lucky counters, pushing back into Lumberjack territory with a straight shot, and RCF
accidental assist there.
Accidental assist there.
Ooh.
Unfortunate. I think they were trying to stop the momentum, but they were not at the right angle there.
Nope. Oof.
That makes it 2-0. They are doing really well in this game.
No,
though.
it's clear they're fighting hard. They know that this is their shot.
Lucky Luke just took complete control of that kickoff and demolished Challenger in one move, sending the ball to the center of Lumberjack territory, moving it towards the other sidelines. Plump Unicorn is moving it up, possibly back to the center. There we go. Oh, but Hype is able to counter that before it makes into the goal, but that was really close for them. And we're into Vandal territory. Lucky and Plump are trying to challenge RCF and succeed. We are moving the ball back into... and just walk it in.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. That is 3-0 for the Vandals there. They tried to catch up.
Yeah.
See that? Oh, poor Challenger.
Oh, Challenger.
That's right. El Blastido from the varsity team here to support his junior varsity. Lucky Luke once again takes advantage of the kickoff, but you know what? There's no follow through, so Challenger takes advantage, moving it up the sideline, but he does not follow the ball. This is what I keep saying.
Yeah.
This is what I keep saying. If you don't follow the ball, then you won't get the goal.
Nope.
Drawfig follows the ball into Lumberjack territory. Lucky Luke helps as support, but it's stolen by RCF when made move to center. But we were able to take back control. We're kind of going back and forth with Challenger here as defense. Oh, hello. We have someone from Nebraska.
Hey.
In Lumberjack territory sideline, RCF tries to turn the ball around, but Lucky Luke steals it, moving it back to center of Lumberjack territory. It moves to the other sideline with the Vandals. RCF starts moving up the Vandal sideline, bouncing it around. Trying to get just the right angle. Lucky Luke gets it off the sideline, but you know what? It's too close to center to be comfortable. It's right next to the goal. 2 of our Vandals are there as defense. Challenger is going against Plump Unicorn. Drawfig helps with Lucky Luke, and now we're pushing towards the Lumberjack territory. Lucky Luke follows the ball with Plump almost getting it, but missing. It's back into Vandal territory, moving up the side. It goes over the goal. It's center field now. Plump was not able to meet it in the beginning, but able to stop its momentum, so that's pretty good. Lucky Luke is able to take advantage of that and move it up the Lumberjack sidelines, but not able to get that goal. Look at that. Oh, just essentially going around the rim of the goal, I guess, because I know this isn't basketball, but oh my gosh. And thankfully he had support on that last goal.
Okay.
And it's 4-0 with 37 seconds left.
Yeah. Oh. Ohio.
Hello from Ohio. Hello. Wow, we have quite the range.
Yeah, no.
All right, here we are back at kickoff. A complete lack of momentum there because we met it at the same time. Lucky Luke takes advantage and makes it straight into the goal.
Dang. Okay, Luke.
That's almost as bad as when straight off kickoff it goes into the goal.
Yeah, 100%. It's just
Like-
straight. Ooh.
RCF tried to get to the defense, but it was too late.
Too late. It was a good shot, though.
Once again, back at kickoff, we have 2 Lumberjacks meeting in the center with a Vandal, but no advantage gained by them. And Plump is able to move it into Lumberjack territory, but RCF and Challenger challenge and move up Vandal sideline. Not able to keep that control. RCF tries to get it center and moves it to the other sideline with Hype, but Lucky Luke and the other Vandals are acting as defense. The ball goes to the air. Plump is at the landing, and
Oh.
I think at the end there they were just waiting,
Yeah.
The Vandals were just like,
It was just kind of like, whatever.
which is not a great mindset. You need to be able to keep going.
No, come on, guys.
Which
Like,
I'm not saying that they weren't trying to go for a goal, but it's like there was not nearly as much aggressiveness.
There isn't one.
But that is the end of the series, making that 1-2-3.
yeah. So I don't know much about esports. Do you play other states or just the area?
No, we play other universities at the university and college level from anywhere in the region, I believe. I know
Yeah,
that
anywhere.
we in Valorant we play against UAF,
Yeah.
which is University of Alaska Fairbanks. We played against Hawaii last week. We
Yeah.
played against Florida last semester. I think it was Florida International. We've played just about almost everywhere.
Yeah. So like, we don't have the teams physically here. This is all like
It's all
online,
online.
obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes if they're in the area, we'll have like some of our rivals in like
WSU.
Yeah.
Love WSU. They're so much fun.
Nebraska. I'm sure there's a Nebraska team that we played before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we could look it up. It's probably what?
Hey, you guys have had the wrong caster doc. Oh wait, no, it's that one.
Yeah.
Or it's not updated. We don't know. Anyways.
Whatever.
Oh, we will be having an interview. Because you're acting. Do you want it or do you want me to take it? Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will be having an interview with Caleb.
Yeah.
What's Caleb's username?
You can ask that in the interview.
Yeah, true. Soon. As
As soon as we're confirmed to be
ready for the
muted and
interview.
ready for an interview.
Yeah, I have no idea what's
Okay, we're gonna run you for like a 3-minute break, and then we're gonna do the interview.
All right, so we will be having a 3-minute break before the interview. Make sure to check back in when that happens. And we will check if we're in the same league as Southeast Community College. See if we can play them.
We could put up a scrim too. Just
Yeah, I mean, if they're interested, I
Yeah.
think a lot of our teams wouldn't mind that.
yeah, 100%. They're always down to like do some fun stuff.
It also depends what game Southeast Community College does.
Yeah, we have a lot of games too.
3 minutes is just so they can get on the shuttle.
Okay.
Otherwise, I just have to do it wrong. But
Hello and welcome back. Today we have an interview with Caleb or Plump Unicorn from our JV2 team. Hello.
Hi.
So, how do you think you did for this game? Like, what do you think can be improved?
Well, I think our first game we just didn't have great communication, and once we settled in and got the jitters out, we communicated really well and just like. But I feel like that's where we need to improve is just better communication and better rotations on. So.
Communication is key. I noticed that you guys had really good plays towards later game. That was actually really impressive. What do you think you did well instead?
I think we started to just believe in ourselves a lot more towards the end of the matches. We just were taking good shots and just getting a good feel for how the other team was playing. So just that, I guess just that, yeah. So.
That's pretty sweet. What do you think you'll be seeing in the coming season?
In the coming season, I just see a steady improvement for us overall. Just we're all relatively new to each other. We don't really know each other's play styles and things. So as we develop more as a team, we'll get better overall. So
that's great. And honestly, you guys are pretty rock star right now. So seeing you in the future is going to be pretty intimidating. So thank you for sitting with me. And thank you guys for joining us for chat. And make sure you stick around for CS later. And good night.